Rock Talk.
I'm having some audio problems if you hadn't noticed. This is Grok Talk. There's like 6,000 people here.
No, just 7.
Well, there's people on 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 plus
Okay.
the phone call. That's 9.
And one in the other room.
Oh, and Debbie's in the other room. Yeah.
But she's sleeping now.
So she's taking a little nap over there because she's heard it all. So
24/7.
we had a debate thing.
Nothing.
A debate.
A debate thing.
You have armed guards at the facilities too.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
They're just having conversations with your mic open. That's okay. No big deal.
No problem. So Don was asking what would all the searching for bombs with mirrors on selfie sticks do about guys with AK-47s? Well, as long as you've got armed guards to back up those mirrors with selfie sticks, you're fine. Because when they come rushing at you, yelling Allahu Akbar, you all turn as one and fire.
I've got a selfie stick.
Or as they say in America, translated in America, Aloha snack bar.
All right.
For the vultures.
Well, let's just get right to John Kasich, huh? Because he's the biggest ass in the debate.
That's what you're starting with?
Why not? Let's get past this stink and move forward from
The
there.
man with the perpetual frown.
I wrote somewhere in my notes, Kasich's Konservatism, Konservatism, the classic Comrade K. Skip,
Chairman
actually, Jonathan Lord at Conservative Review, Skip posted this thing about the... well, I'm going to read it because it plays into this. The formula is as simple as it is deadly. Take the left's view of any given issue, do a little less of it, and smile.
Right.
This is called being practical. A Bush mantra last night and a GOP moderate mantra always. This is exactly what Ronald Reagan called fraternal order, republicanism. It is exactly what Margaret Thatcher disdained as the socialist ratchet. It is Thatcher again, so-called conservatives pitching camp in the long march of the left.
It was also
the subject
known as the wax
or
on the
issue
back
doesn't
bench.
matter. It could be amnesty. It could be bank bailouts, education, or taxes. The idea is always to start from the latest left-wing expansion of government and tinker with it rather than respect it outright. This is called, in the parlance of today's GOP, governing, and as thus defined, it has zero to do with conservatism.
Correct. And this is the big discussion that's now going to come to the top of the list in the Republican Party. Are we Democrat light? Do we just manage big government? Or do we rip it asunder? And I'm glad...
I have an idea.
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
I think that testosterone should be able to be sold over the counter.
I think it already is.
Yeah, along with our Republican repair kits. Who's going to take on the manufacture of those?
That would be me that I've got to get back on.
That would be a plastic spine and a pair of steel balls.
Yes.
Indeed.
In a package on it with a Grok bookmark down the side.
Yes.
All you need in one package.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that perplexes me is why do we always have these? In every cycle, first, you remember when Dick Gephardt was running, how his father would deliver milk, and now we got Kasich. My father was a mailman.
Mailman.
What's the deal here? Who cares what your father did? You're running for president.
Wait a minute, what about old man Sununu?
Oh, yes.
Chris is running. Come on.
Oh, well, he's running for governor.
Well,
Governor.
so did
His father was chief of staff
Yep,
And
Nome of the
flew
North.
jets
and flew jets.
that he wasn't supposed to.
Right. Or took jet rides and perks he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, well, he got a jet ride home, didn't he?
He certainly did.
I don't have a jet sound effect. Maybe I do. Wait, I'll keep looking.
He was a jet setter.
He was a jet setter. Oh, look at you. Isn't that cute?
Oh, boy.
Let's see.
But I think... Go ahead,
I
Scott.
was going to say this friction that you were just talking about between the conservatives and just the Democrat light. That's nothing new. I mean, I was looking when he was talking. I looked over the shoulder. There's Bob Dole right there.
Bob Dole. What does Bob Dole think?
This has been going on for a while, and the problem is,
Well, since at least Roosevelt, anyway. Teddy,
Teddy, right?
It's Rockefeller's
All the way back to
progressive, right?
He was the Progressive Party.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I
That's
mean,
right.
come on.
John D.
Bull
Rockefeller
Moose.
started all this crap.
Yeah, and whenever they use the word practical or pragmatic, you know they're really talking about
Capitulate.
capitulating. Do you know that Kasich even said during this week's debate, "What about the children?" He actually said that. I haven't put that video clip up yet. I
Yeah.
did put up the clip of the Kelly File and Frank Luntz, where he scored the lowest score ever
That was great.
on Luntz's meters.
Yeah, let's not deport children.
Yeah.
Or minors, or terrorists, or bad guys.
Yep.
Come on. Kasich is a moron. He just needs to go home.
Yep.
He does.
He's worse than that. He's a pious moron.
Yeah, he's
He's holier than thou.
He's
Right.
trying to redefine the smile.
Whiny, pious moron.
well, he's
Yeah.
throwing a tantrum because he believes it's his turn and he should be getting it. And so when
That's why he had Bob Dole. It was Bob Dole's turn, and he didn't get it. Then it was Mitt Romney's turn. He didn't get it. Now it's John's turn.
It was
right.
McCain's turn.
McCain, too.
And look at all
Oh,
those
whatever.
presidents we've had.
yeah, right.
And then Jeb Bush is touting that Bob Dole has endorsed him. I look at this and then go, in this climate, in this election year,
Why would you
this
do that?
exactly. Why would you do
Well,
this?
that's like the Cantor endorsement, wasn't it? A few months ago,
The death knell.
Yeah, Senator Cantor came out and endorsed Jeb. It's you got to be kidding me.
You know, in 2008, when Mitt was running, and he was near the back of the pack, and he said, basically, who would want the endorsement of losers like Bob Dole? In 2012, he cheerfully touted the fact that he'd been endorsed by Dole and McCain.
Oh, my.
Yes, Congressman Bratt had other things to talk about.
There are some people who might actually be impressed by that, and none of them are in this room or on the phone.
Are
I can't
any of
find
them
any.
alive?
Alive, yeah. Well, there's the establishment folks and the GOP-E, if you like, who are...
Well, Kim, you
Yes?
come from a much more liberal part of the state than from where most of us are, out that away. Mm-hmm. You just said that you can't find anybody that was impressed. I would think that there were much more moderate Republicans out your way that would have gone, yes, I think.
I think there are plenty in Connecticut that might be thrilled by that,
Oh,
where I
yes,
originally
lovely.
came from. There are plenty. I think the entire Connecticut GOP establishment very, very happy with Jeb Bush and that ilk. And I think even New Hampshire GOP, there's plenty of those. But I personally don't know anybody
Those people
who's for
who...
Jeb or Kasich or Christie or any of the guys down, below the 5% mark.
Yeah.
Don't know anybody.
I have to say, you mean those people who lost their website for a little while yesterday?
Yes, absolutely. Didn't pay the bill. I wonder why, because nobody's sending them any money.
Yeah.
Why would you want to?
Somebody had to pony
Well,
it.
I keep getting these appeals from Kelly's campaign for money to help her fight off the liberals, and I said I'll send you money to fight off the liberals when you send me a candidate who can beat them.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
You need to post that.
I will.
Thank you.
Well, we are the anti-Kelly website, so
That's
Heck, we're
Oh,
the
we do?
Antichrist here.
Do we have that?
we are that.
Oh,
We
are.
we
Okay,
are
I thought
that.
maybe you were
We are
doing a
that.
whole
And
URL dedicated to it.
Unfortunately, she has made it necessary for me to spend more time picking on her.
You started this with your sidecar buddy.
that was him.
No, wrong again. It was Tom.
Oh, was it
Well,
Tom?
that was
Tom?
Tom
Flaherty?
Flaherty.
Oh, I
that-
thought that was you.
No, you've said that before, and I said...
Wallace and Gromit, England,
I send the credit where it's due. Tom Flaherty did that rather excellent Photoshop of Kelly in the sidecar with McNasty as Wallace in his sidekick.
Well, I hear she's changing her name to Why Not?
Yeah, you call her Kelly McWynot, and that makes because it's got wine in it, and it's got McCain, and
That's right. And
And it's
anything
and not
that
conservative.
the left asked her to do, she says, well, why not?
yeah, exactly.
So the Senate is in balance, right? So what happens? What do you guys think if it is Kelly, which it will be, versus Mags?
She
Are
loses.
you guys going to abstain? And what if it can flip it? If you can flip it, we lose the R's lose the Senate.
I have already said I will not vote for Kelly Ayotte. Period. I
She
will
will-
not
she
vote
can't
for
win.
the Democrat, but I will not vote for Kelly Ayotte.
The base
and
and
all
the
I have to say
Libertarians-
is Walt Havenstein and Scott Brown.
Scott Brown. That's
We
Right.
did it
That's
once.
right.
We'll
Yep.
do it again.
She-
And until the NHGOP gets it and starts putting up candidates that I can really get behind instead of having to hold my nose, that's it.
So does
I'm
everybody
voting
feel
for
like
Hannah Dustin.
Hannah Dustin.
I like that.
Axe the hacks.
So, I just, I look at what happened to Frank when he lost, and if he gets the nomination, he'll lose again. Because
he's
the base,
not this time.
The base won't the base won't vote for him. The base in New Hampshire, the Libertarians, the Conservatives, they will not vote for her. They just won't do it.
I think Dan Innes will actually make it this time, and in spite of his background, I think he's more conservative than Frank.
Well,
Fiscally, definitely.
It's a low bar.
It is a low bar. It is a very low bar.
There's also Pam Tucker who's looking at it. I mean, I'm quite sure that we're going to see 2 or 3 others who have yet to surface to come in, and it may be a very interesting race.
Feeding frenzy.
It will be a feeding
And this
frenzy.
is work for the 603 Alliance, which is to help to vet, present, and run a caucus for the statewide offices and the congressional seats to attempt to get a conservative to bubble up to the top of the stack.
I think that's true, and I think it certainly has put a shot across the bow and a shiver into their timbers at the NHGOP that people like us do that again. Do it again.
Ooh, you wordsmith, you.
Shiver me timbers.
Shivering me timbers.
When I met Jennifer
I'm out there, I
Horn,
can't see.
what was that?
I shivered.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I met Jennifer Horn the first time, I think it was at a Mitt Romney event up here a couple of years ago. And I shook her hand and I said, I just moved here from Connecticut and I want to help you pull New Hampshire further to the right. And she looked at me like I had 3 heads, didn't know what to do with that. And she was like, thanks.
Right. We're going to take a
Jenny.
really short break. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Rock Talk.